Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready Set Pop. My name is Mariel Vasori, greeting you from Mexico City, and I have here with me my two beautiful, lovely co-hosts. All the way from Colombia, we have Mauricio Sierra, and all the way from Brazil, we have Luquita Apache. Hello, boys.
Hello,
Hello,
Marielle from
friends.
Mexico.
From
Hello,
Mexico.
guys.
How are you?
Great. How are you?
Great.
Great.
Excited for a new episode tonight.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
So, today's episode, which is track 12 of season 3, was chosen by our friend Mao. And the topic is songs that should have been singles. I know that you've been longing to talk about this for so long, Mao. So tell
Yes.
us, what can our viewers expect from this episode tonight?
Okay. Thank you, Mariel. This is something that we talk about it all the time. Like when
Mm-hmm.
you are listening to a record, maybe you think like, "Oh my God, this song is so good. Why this song was not a single?" Because it has a lot of single potential and it's so good. And
Mm-hmm.
I am sure about it. About everybody thinks like that. Like
Mm-hmm.
our
Hmm.
fans and everybody think like, oh my God, this song deserved to be a single. So I was doubting in a way to put that in an episode, but I think it's the perfect opportunity to do it because our fans can also share their opinions about it, like what do they think about it, about our selection for today and about another album. So I
Oh,
think it's gonna
yes.
be great, like all the interaction.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
for sure. I know we always talk like, oh, I like this artist, and I don't know why they didn't release this song in particular.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it could have
Yes.
helped their careers or something. So, this is the purpose of today's episode to talk about artists that we love and songs that they should have released because we feel that those songs would have pushed their careers. I don't know. Let's see what you guys think. Okay, so let's begin with Mao, who is the one who chose this topic. Mao, what is your first choice, your first song?
Okay, I want to start with an R&B song, with a group that I'm a fan since the time that I watched Survivor for the very first time. I remember I was an instant fan, and it's Destiny's Child, but this time is with the it's the three is the fourth album of their career. Yes,
Fourth.
Destiny's Fulfill, yeah, and the song is Through with Love. It's crazy and it's funny because I remember back in the day, like during the, I don't know, it was not in the 2000s, maybe it was like 2011 or something. I was so into R&B music, so I remember I purchased a DVD of Destiny's Child. It was so good, and I remember listening to this song Through with Love, and I was like, oh my God, this song is so good. Why they never released this song as a single? It is so good, and the Michelle vocals during the live performance is amazing. There is a part, and actually I forgot to share this performance with you guys
Hmm.
because that was the reason I thought in that moment, like, oh my God, this song had this single potential. During the song, there is like a gospel choir singing, and the Michelle
Hmm.
voice is amazing.
Mhm.
I think Mariel is remembering something, or maybe Luquitas,
A
because
little. Hmm.
I can see it in your face. So yes, and then I was like looking the information of the album. I was like, oh no, this song was never released. It is a strong song to be released as a single. So I want to know your opinions, guys. I love the lyrics. Actually, I really love the lyrics. It's very empowering. So let me know. Starting with Mariel.
Okay, thank you, Mao. Uh, that is actually my favorite song from Destiny's Fulfilled.
Oh,
Yeah.
great!
So when you
Now I
wrote it,
understand your faces.
yeah, when you added to your list, I was like, yay, finally someone agrees with me that that song should have been a single. Actually, I do consider that Through with Love is more strong than Cater to You.
Yes,
Because Cater to
yes,
You for
I
me
can agree.
has always been like, skip. It's a skip for me. So
Yeah, okay.
Through with Love has like a more power, like you
Yeah.
mentioned, there's a part when I'm through with it, I'm through with it. That part is like very powerful. Like when the
Yes.
girls are giving their best of their vocals, it's like
Yeah.
really cool. So I think that song would have been another number one for them. And but it's not that I should have released it instead of Cater to You, maybe the next single after
The
Cater
next
to You,
single. Yeah.
but and they would have remained, at the top because
Yes.
that song is really good. Their vocals are on top. The lyrics, like you mentioned, are really good. So I think it is a song that has everything. I don't know why they never consider it to be a single. And I think it happened a lot with other songs by Destiny's Child
Yeah.
from their
Strong
previous
songs.
albums that weren't released as singles. I always thought that Temptation from The Writings on the Wall
Yeah.
should have been a single. I don't know why they didn't. So, and the same thing
Yeah.
happens with this one. So, I'm sorry. I think it should have been, definitely. It does have
To,
the
I
potential.
I think today I can be more agree with you. Totally, totally. What do you think, friend?
I have mixed feelings. Actually,
Mm,
my face is because I totally agree on Michelle vocals on this
Okay.
song. It's so
mm,
beautiful. Actually, I think in this album she has a lot of great moments with her voice that sometimes is so underrated in this group. But I think especially in this album she has some moments that I like. I really like this song. I see the single potential. I was trying to fit this song in 2005 radio, and
mm,
for
Okay.
that reason, I wasn't sure. But when
Okay.
I compare with "Cater to You," the last single, I would totally make this change because it wasn't the strongest choice. So anyway, this one will be better, you know. So for me, that could be a single. Not I don't think it would be number one like Marielle, but I would choose as a fourth single instead of Cater to You for sure. But I do like the song, especially at the beginning. I didn't remember the song.
mm.
So when it starts, I was like, okay, this is really good. I like the production, but I think I was waiting for a catch moment that never
Okay.
came. I think the song is kind of linear, but
Okay.
it's amazing. Yes, I would choose as a fourth single if I could.
Okay. But for you, it's a yes.
It's a yes.
Also.
After all, it's a yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. Actually, now that you mentioned Michelle vocals, I was thinking in the Cater to You video, like it's for Beyonce is the pool, a giant pool, and for Kelly is like a bomb, and for Michelle is just an umbrella. I was like, I don't know if you
Poor
noticed that,
girl.
but
Yes.
I I always when I watch that video, I'm like, come on, it's obvious that Michelle was the less favorite. What happened? Only an umbrella, and the other girls has like a lot of things going on, so
I
it's
don't.
crazy.
The thing with Michelle is that she always sang the last part. She
Yeah,
never had the lead in the first bridges, so
Yeah.
she always
that's
had
true.
the last parts, and it's unfair because she has a great voice. But
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, a very high notes. Yes.
yeah. Okay. Hello to Ruan and hello to Adrian, our friends, our
Hey
family.
guys.
Hi guys.
Hello, family. How are you today?
Let's move on to Luquitas, baby.
Okay, I wanna ask people watching to say the songs you guys think that deserve it to be singles.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
it
And
can
if you are
be any,
agree or no?
yeah, any artist or any album, because we can create a playlist with those songs later. So
Yeah.
this would be very cool. And I want to start with a song by Avril Lavigne from the album Avril Lavigne that I have here to show you guys today. I remember to bring the CDs,
Yeah.
and the song is 17. This
Mm,
album was released, I think, 2013, if I'm not wrong. Um, and 17 was a song that leaked before the release of the album. So there was some speculations that this could be the first single actually.
mhm.
And I was really hoping that the song could be the first single because I think the song had something similar to Teenage Dream by Katy Perry, that you listen and you have some nostalgia and you think about you being young because of the name of the song, of course, and the lyrics. But I think also the production. That there's something in the production that brings this nostalgia feeling. That
Mm,
is something that I like so much when a song is kind of bittersweet, that made you feel things inside that
mm-hmm,
are good and bad at the same time. And I already loved the demo that leaked back then, and I love the version the album that is not that different. Turns out it was not the first single and was never a single. The singles in
oh,
this album were Rock and Roll, Here's to Never Growing Up, Hello Kitty, that I just can't with this song. And I think especially in this album, she made terrible choices for singles,
mm,
because not only 17 we had a lot other another tracks that are really good in this album. I think Let Me Go with Chad Kruger from Nickelback, that was the boyfriend at the time, was a single too. I like that one. But overall the album has a lot of potential totally wasted. And
mm.
17 for me is the biggest one. So I want to know your opinions, guys. I want to start. Maria was the one in the other track, so now in my place.
Okay, Mariel, with
No,
me?
You,
Mao,
Mo.
Mao.
Okay. Okay, friends. Okay, this part of Abril's career is the part that I feel a lot like very disconnected because I was not living that era back in the day. Maybe I was listening that moment other kind of music. So for me, I agree with you, and this is the reason. Because I was listening the song, I was like, "Oh, this song is so good because this song is remembering the prime Avril Lavigne." You know, like
Mhm.
when I was listening, for example, "Complicated" or
Yeah.
this kind of song, I perceive this kind of sound from this song. Because I was thinking about what were the singles from that album, because I don't remember very well that era of her. So I think, and I agree with you, and this is the reason. This
Yeah.
was the perfect song, like to bring again, like people like me, like maybe I was not a huge fan of Avril Lavigne back in the 2000, but I like it so much. And with this song, maybe, oh my God, she's releasing new music and it's amazing because it's similar to her prime. So yes, I agree. I agree with you.
Yeah. Thank you. What about you, Marielle?
Well, I agree with Mao in this same part that I didn't live that era. I was only
Hmm.
familiar with Avril's first album and probably a couple of songs from her second.
Yeah.
Um, so for me, I don't know the whole album. Probably
Mm.
if I listen to some of the singles, probably I could recognize them. But when I listen to this song, which I have never heard before, I, I'm sorry, I felt like it was some kind of teenage dream by Katy Perry, like you just
Totally.
mentioned, because
Yeah.
it just reminisces about the time when you were young and has this nostalgia. So it's really cute to kind of bring it up, and maybe that's the reason why she didn't, or the label didn't release it as a single, because Katy Perry already released Teenage Dream.
Yeah. Can
So
be.
could be like, oh, it's like a copycat. So
Yeah.
for me, it could be that because it does have a single potential.
Makes sense. Yes, makes sense.
I don't know. Teenage Dream is from what year?
2010. 2010.
So yeah, it was before.
It was
Um,
before.
yeah, probably could be that that part that they didn't want it to be like, oh, it sounds like Teenage Dream, but we're gonna add it in the album, but not release it as a single.
Yeah.
Um, if I'm not wrong, that album isn't produced by Max Martin.
This one I don't think so. Is the one before that, the Goodbye Lullaby, that has What the
Mm.
Hell,
Goodbye Lullaby.
Smile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. Okay. Well, it does have single potential, but since I'm not a huge Avril Lavigne fan and I don't know a lot of her career, I don't know. But probably to bring back good memories for us that were starting to grow up with her could have been
Yeah,
great. But
Yeah.
well,
So yes.
absolutely.
yeah. But
Yeah.
it's a cool song.
It's a cool song, and anything is better than Hello Kitty. So,
I
Okay,
don't
okay,
remember
okay.
that song, but
I
the whole
oh,
remember.
but the
I
title
remember
sounds
Hello Kitty. Yeah.
but the
don't
title
don't
says it all.
don't
So
waste your time listening. Yes,
our
it's
friends
best.
here are commenting. Ellison Norman from Belize. Hello, Norman. He says that he would have released Paris Hilton's Jealousy. I totally agree with you, my
Yeah,
little
same.
Norman.
I
That
love this
song
song.
had bigger potential than Nothing in This World for me. So, yeah. Joaquin, hello, Joaquin, all the way to Chile. Norman is saying that he also likes Brave New Girl and Breathe on Me by Britney Spears. Agree, because that album in the zone, all the songs had single potential. So, yeah, for
Yeah,
me. What do you guys think? Um,
same.
Roan is saying from the best damn thing. I think that's an Abril album.
Yeah,
Yeah, Avril
is this
Lavigne, 30
the
album.
third
Yes,
Um,
one? Yeah.
he's saying
Innocence.
Innocence.
I
Oh,
love
agree,
Innocence.
agree.
Yeah.
I love Innocence too. Agree.
Yeah, that was a promo in Italy. I think they made like a contest to create a music video or something, but should be worldwide. Actually, Runaway, a lot of songs in this album should be single. Yeah.
Mm. Hello to Francesca. Hello, girl, my
Hello,
sister.
Francesca.
Hello, Francesca.
Joaquin says that 17 it's so teenage dream age for
Cringe.
me. So yes,
It is,
totally.
friend. Yes,
And
We
totally
are
agree.
Adrian
connected.
Adrian is asking if Beautiful Awakening was a single. It wasn't.
No,
Uh,
it wasn't.
and it should have been. Well, not for me, but I don't know
Not
what
for
you
me
guys
either. No,
Yeah,
maybe is
not
it
for me.
me? Is it
Is it
me?
me?
or Take Me Away.
Take me
Yes.
away. Yes.
I think
Actually, I think I told you guys that Dream You was released here in Colombia. I don't know why,
Ah,
as a
remember you told
single.
us.
Yeah,
Yes, on the radio.
oh yeah.
Very
Uh-huh.
random.
it's
Yes.
very random and very crazy.
Haters,
Yes.
he's calling us. Well, we all have our opinions, Adrian.
I think it's because Beautiful Awakening is very slow. Like it's like this song that is very typical for the end of an album. You know, like the last song of the album is very
Oh yeah.
typical. I don't consider yes
A
like a
strong
single,
single.
but anyway, yes, it's valid your point, Adri. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Rowan says that from Jessica Simpson's In This Skin Forbidden Fruit. I agree.
agree,
Agree. And
agree.
Ashley Simpson's from
Bittersweet word.
Bittersweet World Boys. Yes, don't know why that song was never
Yeah.
released.
I
Rowan, you
always
and me.
thought Boys would be a single. Yes. I was
Boys
expecting that
has
back then.
everything. I don't know why it wasn't released.
Yes.
Shame. Instead of that horrible song, Invincible or whatever it's called, that for
I
me is
oh I
like,
love that.
for me it's like,
Yeah.
well, for me it's very boring. But anyway,
Yeah.
okay, let's move on. Oh, it's my turn.
It's your
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, let's go back. 1999 with my boys from LFO and their song "I Will Show You Mine." That song, I love it. I adore that song. Actually, their whole album is pretty cool. But when I listened to "I Will Show You Mine," it's like, why wasn't this song released? Because it's really catchy. It's sexy. It's like I will show you mine if you will
Yeah.
show me yours. And one by one, we're throwing all our clothing on the floor. It's like, yeah, baby, I like
Naughty.
it.
Yeah, your type of song, Maria.
Hmm.
No, it's
It
not.
is, Maria. Don't lie.
Only a bit. But anyway, I like it. And that song, I think it was also recorded, but I have never listened to the song to this version by Wild Orchid. So
Mm,
Oh.
it must be interesting to listen
interesting to listen.
to
With
listen to a
girls, yes.
version with girls.
Yes,
So
like from a girl's perspective. Yeah.
if anyone has that version, please send it to me because I'm dying to hear that version. So now I'm gonna start with Lukingis. I know
Hmm.
you like LFO. Were you familiar with the song? Do you like it? What did you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah, I do love LFO. I like this album. The second one I like even more,
Okay.
but I really like this song, and I think should be a single. I totally agree, especially because this song gives me Blue vibes, even before Blue, because Blue didn't exist. But there's something there that I can really imagine Blue recording this song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because there's a little bit of the hip hop, a little bit of rap, but it's also very sassy. The lyrics, that is something that Blue did all the time, and I really like. I think this could be the third single instead of Don't Kiss You Goodnight.
I don't want to kiss you goodnight. Yes.
Yes, because I don't like that song so much. I think the guy screams a lot in the high notes, so annoys me a little bit, especially live. Yes, and the songs, the singles choice with LFO were kind of messy. Like they released a West Side Story as the last single, but no video. I think
Mm,
because it never found, and it was a super strong song. So I think this one would be a great single. I would choose this one instead of the third official single for sure. I like Girl on TV and Summer Girls, but the other track not so much.
I think Summer Girls and Girl on TV were more like fun tracks, and this one
Yeah,
was a bit more serious,
yeah,
so more sassy, you know.
more
Uh,
sense. Yeah, but they
yeah,
were great. I
yeah.
I love
Well,
LFO.
and rest in peace, Chris and Devin,
Yes.
obviously. Mao. Now I'm very curious to know what you think.
For me, it's a little difficult, friends, because of course I never heard the complete album, like the whole album. So for me, it's a little difficult because I listen to the song and I think like, okay, it's a good song, but I don't know, like maybe it was better or not to release that
Hmm.
song as a single. But for me, it's a really good song. It's a very this song is from 2001 or two,
1999.
1999.
1999. Yes, it's the perfect representation of the starting of the Y2K. Like
Hmm.
this kind of vibe. So
Yeah.
this is the kind of vibe that I really love. So yes, for me it's a very good song. For me it's like a perfect single. So I'm curious about to listen to the whole album to know like, oh yes, you are right with this. But talking about the song in particular, I think it's a good song, and I think this song has a single potential for sure.
Yeah, I love it. And you know what? You can expect very sassy songs from me tonight. To be honest.
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
not
and a
surprised.
So,
I'm
very,
not
very
surprised.
yes, and from the club and everything. Yes.
okay. Francesca is saying that "So Emotional" by Christina Aguilera would be my choice for a single. Me too.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
and
I
I
think
think it
everyone
was
was
like a
expecting
promo.
that.
It
it
was
was a
like
Yeah,
a promo or
promo.
something.
It
Yes.
was a
he was.
promo, and I think it was better than Reflection. That for me, that song is very tiring. But but that one was for Disney. But "So
Yeah, it
Emotional"
was
was,
before the album.
yeah,
Yes.
really cool. Joaquin says that Britney Spears "Can Make You Love Me" by Oops.
Agree.
I
Agree.
I
love
know
it too.
Mao loves
Agree.
that one.
I love Who Can Make You Love Me. I
Me
love.
too.
And Cinderella from her Britney album. Both songs
Agree.
were written and produced by Max Martin, so
Yeah,
makes
Oh.
sense.
Cinderella is perfect. I
Yeah,
love that song.
he says that Cinderella was radio promo in Chile, so
Amazing. Yeah, it's
yeah.
great.
Uh,
Not so long ago, I had like an obsession with "Can Make You Love Me." Yes, I
we
was
knew.
listening to the song. Yeah, you know that
We
because in Last FM it
knew.
was
Yes.
like
Yeah,
on the top. So yes, I
exactly.
agree.
Yes.
I
It
agree.
was
I love that song.
everywhere. It was
Yeah.
everywhere. Hello to Mao's father, Mr. Mauricio. Hello, who is watching us.
Hello,
Hello,
Dad.
Mauricio.
Ruan says from Christine Milton album Friday, I would release What About You or If You Leave Me Now a single. From Dream album, I would release In My Dreams. Ruan, you and I should get
Ma,
married.
yes, Maria Lisa agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because yeah, we have the same taste, darling. Yes, definitely. Those are great choices. Moving on, Mao, your second song.
Okay, guys, with this song, I want to make Chantemur justice because it was an injustice. Yes, It was like something that happened that it was unfair. It was a rob, and talking about the Diddy's story and everything horrible that happened. This was, of course, not comparing to the horrible things he did in the past with Justin Bieber and everything, but this song was took away from Chante. This song is "If I Gave Love." For the people that know the song, this song is the original "If You Had My Love" by J Lo. So actually, "If I Get Love" was planned to be released as the second single after Shanti's Got a Man. That is the first single from the album. This album is "This Moment Is Mine." Is 1999.
Hmm.
This is the original, guys. I think the song is good. I really want to know your opinions because for some people, they say like, oh, if Shante released that song back in the day, maybe it was like an average R&B song. But for me, it was not like that because the song is really amazing. I know that J-Lo's production, like, it was different because it was more pop. But for Shante, because Shante Moore is not a very known or popular singer, in the R&B world she's known, but maybe this song was for her to be very known, like mainstream, you know. So
Hmm.
the story was like that. Like Didi was like with Darkchild, and Darkchild was working with this song, and Didi walked in and said like, "I want that song for JLo." And Darkchild was like, "Oh no, this song is the next single for Shanti Moore." And Didi was like, "No, I want that song for JLo." And the song was robbed and given to JLo back in the day. So I want to know your opinions and people's opinions, starting with my friend Lucas.
Lucas, how serious?
Lucas
Lucky,
Abachi.
Luke,
Yeah, well,
Lucas Abacheleme,
Abachile,
Lucky,
yes.
Lucky Lou, my
Well,
friend.
I knew this song because of you. Mal shared with me once because of the whole story that he just told us. I think it's very clear why the song was not a single. It's because of this story. And for me, the only thing with the song to be really released as a single would be, I think they needed a radio edit because it's very long. I
Hmm.
think it's
Mm,
5 minutes or something. So if they made a radio version, would be great. But the song is obviously great. Dark Child production is, we have these memories with Jennifer Lopez. If You Had My Love, so it's impossible not to connect in our brain, which for me make the track already good because I really like the Jennifer Lopez song. Um, I think that's it. For of course would be. I don't think would be big as Jennifer Lopez because it's not that mainstream. But I think would be maybe something for people to remember of Shantae
Hmm.
Moore. You know, like could be a classic '90s R&B track. Um, like we had with other singers like Brandy, Monica. I don't know. Maybe
Hmm.
yeah,
put her name in that in that status. You know, status would be great for her.
yeah,
So
agree, friend.
yes,
Thank
for
you,
me it's a yes.
Mariel. What do you think?
Well, I had no idea this song existed, so thank you, Mao, for introducing. And well, a song stolen by J Lo. What a shocker! Um,
Yeah.
because all the songs she has released are stolen. So, but I love J Lo, so I have nothing against her. But this song, when I was listening to it, I was like, ah, caray. I'm sorry for my
Yeah,
Spanish, but I was like, oh, this sounds like J Lo, and now I know why. Um, I didn't know about this, so it's really interesting to know that this song was recorded. Unfortunately, I don't see. Imagine if Shantae Moore would have recorded "If You Had My Love" by Jennifer Lopez. Do you think it would
mm,
have had the same impact as with J Lo's?
maybe not.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
not.
So,
Yes.
but like Luquitas is saying, the song does have potential, but in a shorter version because too long is like okay, 5 minute songs for us is like really tiring as um, listeners. But the song is good. I am not very related to Shantae Moore's discography, so I need to listen to her more. But in this case, I do like it, and it's a shame that the song got stolen again. Um, and what would have happened, you never know. You
Yeah.
never know. Probably, if it was released as a single, maybe it would have been good in the R&B charts. I can see
Okay.
it there,
I
but
agree.
I don't know if it would fit in the top 100, in the hot 100. Probably not, but because it's too R&B for me, and J Lo's version in this case,
It's
if you
more
had my
pop
love, is more pop oriented, more dance
in a
oriented.
way.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more mainstream. Yes,
more
More
or
main,
mainstream.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
yeah.
song. That's the thing. But it's a good song. Thank you, Mimao.
Okay, okay. Thank you, guys. I really want to know your opinion. And this is another song that I wanted to bring up, this subject in special, what
Mhm.
happened with Chante. Yes, so today was the opportunity to do it. So thank you, guys.
Yeah, and it's so you, Mao.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt
Okay.
about it.
Um, Joaquin says, sound like a new Monica. Sad story. Karma, it's coming. Yeah.
Oh,
Eh. And Ruan says, me and Marielle, best taste in music. Let's get married. Let's, Ruan. Let's, because we do have the same taste, darling.
Yeah.
Lucas, your next song.
Okay. Now I'm gonna talk about Talia. Uh,
Mm.
2003. That album that we always come back to talk about because I really love. I don't have it unfortunately to show here, but I do love. Is my favorite by Talia. Actually, I was going to the running, and the Uber driver was listening to "I Want to" by Fat Joe and Talia.
Mm, mhm.
Yeah, because
crazy.
yeah, the song is huge here in Brazil. I think forever. I love that, and I love the second single, "Baby I'm in Love," for sure. But I always thought that the third single should be "Misbehaving" and the fourth single "Another Girl." So I decided to talk about "Another Girl," imagine it as a fourth single, because in my mind would be already 24, and I really can listen to that song on the radio back then because it's very R&B, a little bit of hip hop, maybe a featuring with some rapper. We had some more slow hip hop on the radio in that moment, like Nelly with "In My Place" and "One Call Away" by Shingy, and songs
Mhm,
like that.
mhm.
Hold You
And
Down by JLo.
yeah, I was listening to this song here, and Marcos said, "This is Jennifer Lopez," and I was like, "No, it's Talia."
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's kind of similar. But I think "Misbehaving" and "Another Girl" had a lot of potential. So I'm bringing "Another Girl" as a fourth single. I want to know your opinions. Start with Marielle, the Mexican,
The
close
Mexican.
to
The
Talia.
Mexican
Yes,
girl, yeah.
yes.
Well, I love Thalia, so for me, every song from her is beautiful. Um, when you sent this, I never actually considered Another Girl as a single, but now that I listened to it again, I was like, yeah, it just sounds good. I mean,
Yeah,
it it was her R&B moment for
yeah,
Thalia, her hip hop R&B moment, and I don't know what would have happened if she released it because it's a song that I can easily listen to. I don't know, probably someone like Ciara or Ashanti singing this kind of
Ashanti.
song.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know if it would have been huge. Probably not as big as I Want You,
No, no,
uh,
no. Yeah.
but it would have had more impact in the R&B community for sure. I like it. I mean, Talia for sure. Um, but I just don't see it as a big single. Probably like the last single from the album, just to close
Yeah, I
this
agree. Like the
era,
fourth single,
like
yes.
to close the era, but not more. But
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
that's how I imagine it too, actually, like the
Mm-hmm.
last one. What
Mm-hmm.
about you, Mal?
Okay, friends, I want to be honest because I have mixed feelings with this album. The
Hmm.
production of the album, it's amazing. And maybe it's my favorite from Thalia, but at the same time, I don't perceive the album very true to her. Like because it wasn't her. Like making
Authentic.
R&B.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
So for me, it's a little like I don't perceive this kind of reality from the album that is genuine from her because she's not like this kind of girl. Like you can see it in I Want You that she's in this place that is like an African American neighborhood, and she doesn't belong to that place. Like
No.
I think but the song is good. The production is amazing. Talking about the album, for me back in the day, the album was everything. Like, oh, this album is amazing. But at the same time, now that when I listen to the album, I think it's like, oh, it's very formal, it's very J Lo. They were trying to put Talia in this kind of place,
Hmm.
so and it was not like something like very real for me. So agree with you, friend, because I love is one of my favorite songs, and I perceive like a lot of songs from the album have a real single potential, like Save the Day, What Is Gonna Be Boy, Misbehaving,
Yeah.
everything, because the album is so good and the production is so good. So, but at the same time, I'm like, it's very J-Lo, it's very J-Lo formula, like this is not Talia, this is not Talia. So,
Yeah.
yes, maybe talking about the album for me, it's like okay, you can put some R&B flavor, but at the same time you can put some Amor a la Mexicana flavor, some Piel Morena flavor, because this is the real Talia.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yes, I think it's really formula. I don't perceive like realness in the album, but at the same time I think that the album is good. The album is strong. The production is amazing, and of course it's R&B. So it's something that I really like.
I think a
Yeah.
lot of it is related to her husband, Tommy Motola, who
Yes.
also worked with J
Yeah.
Lo.
Yes,
So
of course.
Yeah,
because
And
it's
and
clear that it's not authentic. But sometimes
yeah,
I feel like I'm a sucker for formula, because I
yeah,
love
yeah,
that album and I'm glad it existed. Because I think
yes.
it's kind of fascinating to see an artist to make a crossover that hard,
In
because
that
what's
yeah,
word,
pretty
but
difficult.
it's
yes.
but coming from a Mexican singer, it's not that common because here in
Yeah.
Mexico we don't have like an R&B thing. We
She
Yeah.
don't.
became a
We
Bronx
don't.
girl out of
So
nowhere.
yeah,
Yes.
it was actually very shocking for us as Mexicans. We're like, why
Hmm.
is Talia doing this? Because she's known for being, pop
Very Latina,
and very
yeah.
Latin. So for us was like, wow. Not that she didn't do it good because she did,
No,
but
she
I
did.
don't think it was like her genre.
No. And
Hmm.
she never make R&B again. So
No,
maybe
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the promotion was really short. Like,
yeah,
I want to, baby, I'm in love, and that's it. Because she released Cerca de Ti, but already in Spanish. I don't think the English version was a single anywhere.
no.
So
Okay.
And
yeah,
Cerca de Ti was more like her. So
Yes,
totally, and it's so beautiful. I love that
it's
song.
it's so
beautiful.
Yes.
beautiful. Yeah, I agree.
Before moving on, Juan says that from the Backstreet Boys album Never Gone, I would release Climbing the Walls as single.
For me,
I,
Poster Girl would be
I
a
don't
great
remember
single.
that song. And from Christina Milian's debut, Got to Have You and Let Go. Got to Have You, yes! That's a
Got to
great
have
song.
you. Yes,
Mm,
very
I
catchy.
got to have
I don't
you.
remember very well the song.
I don't remember now. I don't remember "Let Go" very well, but I do remember "Got to Have You."
Yeah.
Um. Oh, it's me.
Moving on.
Moving on, darlings. My second choice was from my favorite girl group. You know, the Girls Aloud, darling, all the way from the UK, and their album Chemistry. Um, the song I chose was "Watch Me Go." I never understood why that song wasn't released, and they decided to release Long Hot Summer. Somebody can explain that to me because Long Hot Summer, my face says it all.
Hmm.
And probably a whole lot of history. For me, those songs didn't have the single potential, and I think Watch Me Go was very powerful for them. So I think it's, yeah, my type. It's sassy, it's sexy,
Yeah.
it's like the
It's
beat,
you.
you know. I like it. It makes you dance. So I think that songs that can make you dance are the best songs to be released, because people are going to remember them. People are going to be like, oh yeah, this song is really catchy. And when they performed this song for their chemistry tour, um, back then, people went crazy in the crowd because that song is really, really catchy. I think I see it more as a single than Long Hot Summer. But I want to know what you guys think, starting with me, Mao.
Definitely, this is not a song that you listen and you think like, oh, this is another song from another album,
Mm-hmm.
because it's powerful, it's danceable, is this is what I was feeling when I was listening to the song. Like, oh, I want to dance.
Mm-hmm.
So again, in this case, maybe I don't know all the whole album to have like an objective opinion about it,
Mm-hmm.
but definitely it's not a feel what is the word, like a filler song, like a song to fill the gaps in
Filler
the
Yeah,
not
track.
a
Yes.
filler song. Yeah.
a filler. It is not, because it's a strong. So I agree because when you listen to the song you are like, oh, this song is good, this song is danceable, this song is powerful, this song is, so yes, I agree because of that memory.
Okay, perfect. Lucky Lulu.
I think I agree, but I think it's time for me to be honest with myself because maybe I think I like Girls Aloud more like an idea of a girl group than musically, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I never listen. Like, there's no album that I love the whole thing. Like, I have some songs that I really, really love, like Sound of the Underground or
Mm-hmm.
The Promise and go go to the go 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 we
Um,
go
um,
something
or
new.
something new. Yeah.
Yeah, some tracks I really love, but I think I love more the whole idea of a girl group that came from pop stars, and Cheryl is there
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think I like overall a lot of singles, a lot of songs, and with this one I can see why. In comparison to other tracks, you think that should be a single, and I agree on that. But I don't like the song. But I also don't like the other songs that were single in this album. So
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I don't like Girls Aloud. After all, I like some songs maybe.
Mm. Okay. Well, as a fan, me like, yeah, I think it
Yeah.
had better potential than other songs
Oh,
from the
definitely it has
album.
a potential. Yes, it's a yes for me. But I'm bringing this conclusion to myself that maybe I'm
It's
not
okay.
crazy about. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on with Mao's third and final choice.
Okay, this song is a perfect production for me. Is My Hands by David Archuleta. This
Mm,
song is in his debut album when he was out of American Idol and everything. And you know that he was not the winner. He was David Cook, but everybody wants David Archuleta to win. So he had the opportunity to release this album and a lot of music till now, actually. I remember I was crazy about the album when this album came out. Like when Crush was released, I was like crazy about it. And
Yeah.
I remember this was impossible to find here in Bogota. Like I was looking for the album like in every CD store, and it was impossible. So I remember I went to this fancy shop that is called Tango Discos here in Bogota, that is
mhm,
really expensive. It's really fancy. Nowadays, it's not like in the past. This was like in 2009 or something. And
Yeah.
I remember the guy told me like, oh, but we can bring the album here from United States, and it was so expensive. But I was crazy about to have the album. So
mhm,
I remember listening to the album over and over again and thinking like, "Oh, My Hands is a really good song." This song was written by James Fauntleroy, that I really like this guy. And yes, that is the reason. It's I think it's R&B in a way. The song I like, but I'm not crazy about the third single that was "Touch My Hand." This is a good song, but to be honest, I prefer My Hands. I think My Hands, the lyrics, the production. David maybe is not an R&B singer, but I perceive a lot of R&B and soul in his voice.
Yeah.
So and a lot of his influences, musical influences, are R&B people like Brian McKnight or gospel like Kirk Franklin. So I want to know your opinions, starting with Mariel, because I think Lucas and I are really huge fans of David, but I want to know your opinions because I think you are not a huge fan of David Archuleta.
This is my first scrabble for Last of Fan by this person. Uh,
No way.
Not even Crush. Oh my god, I'm shocked.
No. Okay, okay. You
I
need to listen to that album. It's
I
good.
will.
It's a pop gem
I will. I promise I will. I have always found his last name funny, Archuleta. It's really funny.
because in Spanish sounds funny,
In
like
chuleta,
chuleta,
chuleta
Chuleta.
for us is like the steak.
Yeah,
steak.
yes.
Yeah, so
It's the
it's
same here,
funny.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
for me it was funny, like Archuleta. Um but um since I don't know anything about this guy and I have never heard anything, I need to listen to his first work, to his singles before, because I listened to the song and I was like, okay,
It's good.
it's good, but I don't know if it was better.
Oh, bless
Sorry.
you.
Bless. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
I'm trying to control myself because I always sneeze like 10,000 times. Um, but since I don't know him, I cannot give you like an objective point of view, like, oh, this sounds better than this or not. So, um, I liked it, but I wasn't crazy about it. But
Okay.
first, I have to listen to the singles he released to know if it would have fit as a single or not. But
Okay.
it's
Fair enough.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
My friend Luquitas, what do you think? Because you know the album very well.
Yeah, this was one of those cases that I saw on the list, and I was like, thanks God someone chose that track because would be a track that I would love to talk about.
Mhm.
Because for me, when the album was released, I was obsessed with this album. I still listen a lot to this album. I think it's great. So, Crush, first single, flawless. Little to Not Over You, perfect. The second one, and I was really expected back then to Touch My Hand to be the third single, and it was. So I was really happy, and I love that song. And in my mind, My Hands should be the fourth single. Always, I always thought that, and never happened, unfortunately. But I couldn't agree more. It's perfect, and if I could, I would put You Can as the fifth single to
Okay,
finish
or
the whole era.
barriers, or
Yes, it's beautiful. And
yeah,
Marielle should listen to this album because it's really pop.
Okay.
Um, I think reminds a little bit of Jess
Jesse
McCartney,
McCartney.
more
Mm,
R&B stuff, you know?
okay. Okay. You
Uh,
know, I'm not so crazy about boy singers, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I will. I will pay attention to
But
it.
it's very catchy. Yeah, maybe you find
Okay.
some song that you like. But for me, it's one of the best 2000s album for sure.
Okay.
I agree. And Mariel, I think you're gonna love Crush because it's perfection. It's pop perfection. Like
Okay.
it's like yes, his voice. Yes, you
I'll
got to listen, girl.
I'll play it later tonight. Yes, because I'm
Yes,
curious.
please. Yes.
Okay. Rowan says that from Sarah Connor's debut album, Green Night Soul, I would release Undressed. Yes, Rowan,
Sassy
you are
boy.
my mate. You are my mate. You're my soulmate, Rowan.
Tonight. Yeah.
Yes. And from Camilla Brink's album, I would release Hot Hot. Maybe it could be a hit in US. Yeah, Hot Hot is really
Okay. Okay.
good. Yeah. You know, Rowan, we are meant
I
to be,
don't. I
darling.
don't remember Hot Hot, but
Hot,
I love
hot.
that album
No, it's a
too.
great album. Actually, very
Yes, Camila
underrated.
Brink's album. Yes.
Lucky Lulu, your final choice.
Okay, now I want to talk about an album. if there's one album from the pop world that was such a waste, was this one, Hilary Duff second album, because we
Yeah.
had Fly as the first single, and someone's watching over me, like kinda second single. Yeah, was more part of the movie, no official music video, and such a waste of album. So for me, I always thought The Getaway should be the second single.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
good. For me, is the my favorite song in the album. But I also love Who's That Girl. So for me, that would be a third single. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if there's potential to be a single in that song, but I love it so much that back then I was expecting to be, or to have a music video with some kind of story. I love that we had so much guitars in this track. It's really pop rock. And when she released Most Wanted compilation, in the deluxe version, we have an acoustic version of this track that I love
Oh
so
yeah.
much.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, Evanescence, My Mortal song, that starts very slow, and in the last chorus, the whole band plays out of nowhere. So again, I was expecting to be a single, but never, never, never happened. And I really love this song. I feel like a little girl when I listen, and I don't care because it's very girly. Who's that girl stolen my life? And but I don't care. I sing in the shower always that song. Yeah, so I want to know your opinions, starting with Marielle on this one. Who's
Well,
that girl?
Who's That Girl? I love Hillary, and that album is very underappreciated because um, people slept on it, and unfortunately, her songs were only popular in certain countries,
Yeah,
and it deserved to be more popular out
the
there.
label actually slept on that,
Yeah,
also.
it's crazy, but because I do agree on being the Getaway being the second single. Someone's Watching Over Me is definitely a beautiful song. Um, she tries to bring her best vocals on it, and Who's That Girl is like that song when you try to be like, why is this happening to me as a
Yeah,
teenager?
dramatic.
Why? Like, yeah, I'm dying.
Yeah,
So for me, it's great. Um, Maybe I do see potential in a music video. She trying to, you know, compete with someone, or
mm-hmm.
and maybe having a very interesting hunk in the video, like
Yeah,
one of the boys she has acted with or something. But
yeah,
maybe not in part of the Hot 100, but it
yeah,
does have, like this feeling, this teenage power, um, that a song back in the day was, like pretty, how to say it, like it was people, teenage teenage teenagers of our age, back then, like us, would have
could
been
connect. Yes.
back, could connect with the song. So for
Yeah,
me, it's a yes. Not a top 10 or, well, something
yeah,
like that, but yeah, if they would have paid attention to her album more, that song could have been, one of the highlights.
yeah. I agree. I think back then I expected to be a single, especially because they never really focus on radio with Disney Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Was more about the music video on Disney Channel or
Yes, on Disney
MTV.
Channel.
Yeah, or radio, Disney Radio only. So I could see that as a music video on the Disney Channel all the
Mm-hmm.
time. That's why it's confusing to me also if should be a single or not because of the radio. What about you, Mao? I know you love Hillary Duff as
Before
well.
moving to Mao, I gotta say, is that the same time that Lindsay Lohan released Speak?
Yes, the same year, speaking this album, 2004, both.
They always had this beef
Good. Yeah.
Mhm.
because of Aaron Carter.
Yes.
So probably if she had released Who's That Girl, people would have thought it was gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
aimed to
About
Lindsay.
Yeah,
So
that could help the song.
yeah,
the
Yes,
drama. Yeah.
you're
yeah.
right.
Now that
You're
I
right.
now that I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Mau. Wow, let's go.
Now that you mentioned this, mi Mariel, I always thought that the song was dedicated to Lindsay Lohan. Who's that girl living my life? Yes, I also was thinking about it. And back in the day, I remember that, oh, this song is dedicated to Lindsay Lohan because of that. This kind of drama helps so much. For example,
Yeah.
this song before that, this story that Lucas told us, like this song before the espresso thing by Sabrina Carpenter was about the Olivia Rodrigo and everything.
Yeah.
So this helped her in
Same.
this moment. So I think, but talking about this, I was expecting my friend included the getaway because we are agree about the getaway. This
Yeah.
Yes.
song was perfection to be the next single. It's a
It
perfect
is.
song. Like, oh my god, and it's crazy because I remember the first time listening to the whole album. I was like, oh my god, this the getaway song is so good, and you are agree with me, and everybody's agree. So yes, every fan thinks that the getaway was perfect to be released as a single.
Yes.
But talking about who's that girl, uh, this is a good song. Talking about the drama, it was perfect for that time in her life, like in this period of time when she was like with this competition with Lindsay Lohan and everything. I was listening to the song today, and it was really funny because the vocals are not very on point. Like we love Hilary Duff so much, but the this voice sounds really childish, you know. But it's good. We love Hilary Duff. We love her.
Yes.
She's our queen. She's amazing. And yes, the song maybe for me that you said maybe the fourth or the five single like after the getaway, after
Yeah. After the
Jericho,
getaway,
after
definitely.
someone's watching
Yes.
over me being released as serious single, yes, with a video and everything. So yes,
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
agree.
Great choice, Luquitas.
Thank you.
Totally.
Okay, my final song. I don't know how much you guys were related to the singer I'm gonna talk about, but I went again all the way to Britain and chose Lolene's song "Limousine" from her debut and I think it's only studio album, The Electric Hotel. This is from 2010. I remember being so obsessed with Lolene when she came out, and she had a couple of songs released that were doing okay on the charts. Not so good, but okay. But when I listened to Limousine, I was like, why didn't they release this one? I think if it was a song that it was released by Kesha or those kind of like Katy Perry, probably those kind of sassy girls, it would have been a hit. But probably because Lolene wasn't so known, um, I don't know, it wasn't released or the sales of her album weren't that good. But for me, it does have everything to become a single, like Take Me for a Ride in Your Limousine. And I actually can see the video. Pull up to my love, drive into my life. So for me, it's really cool. I can dance to it, and I never get tired of it. It was actually my most listened, my most heard song in 2018. I think it was.
Okay.
Um, but I want to know. I'm really curious to know if you guys were familiar with Lolene. I'm not sure about Mao. Lucas probably. Um, so I want to start with Mausi Mumu.
Okay, no, I was not familiar with this girl. I think was maybe you recommend me in the past a song by her or something, but I can't remember right now.
Mm-hmm,
This is the same case. Like we were talking about this. Like for example, you and David Archuleta for me was like the same because I don't
mm-hmm,
know the whole album, the whole catalog. So
mm-hmm,
for me, it's a song like I listen and I say, oh, it's good. Talking about the song in particular is a song perfect for the club. Like all is very for dancing, is very strong. And another case, it's not a filler song at all. Like you listen to the song, and this song is special. This song has something to give to people.
mm-hmm.
So yes, I agree. I'm curious right now to know about the other songs that the official singles from that album to compare. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, I agree. I agree, and I trust you.
Okay, well, yeah, the song is really cool and it's really
Yeah.
catchy. And I'm telling you, if it was released by Kesha, Katy Perry, or Cascada, probably those kind of singers,
Yes, I can
it
see Cascada.
I can see it being huge because it does have this catchiness. But like I said,
Yeah.
Lolene wasn't so known. So, well, now let's move on to Looky Lulu.
Well, I was really thinking that Lolene would be the next big thing in 2010. After Lady Gaga, after Kesha, in my mind was okay. Lolene is the next because I really love it. Sexy People, the first single she
Mhm,
released. I was expecting that to be huge everywhere, and it was not the case. And I remember the tracks from the debut album leaking all the time. There was more and more tracks by Lolene online without
mhm,
an official release. I think the album was released way later officially.
yeah,
um, I think in the streaming only in 2017 or something. Maybe that's why you listen a lot in 2018. I think a lot of songs were only online randomly, like this. But this song would be really good as a single for sure. It's very catchy. It's very the vibe of the moment. Kind of electro pop.
mhm,
It's very Kesha. Actually, a lot of things that Lolene did, it's really Kesha. Like very similar to the first album by Kesha, and I used to love that album. Also, so yeah, I think it's such a shame that she didn't bigger than she did because she was good for sure. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I've been trying to contact her to have an interview with her because I'm really curious to know what happened.
Yeah. What
She's
happened?
she was really cool and the sound is great and the song is sassy boys, like the ones I
Yeah.
like. And
Yes.
I liked that starting part where boy, it's that inner pimp I liking you. So yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened when you try to reach her?
I haven't I don't think I've been trying to contact her, but I don't think I have the right address. So
Okay.
I'm gonna keep trying because I'm really curious to know what happened there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so those were our choices. What did you guys think? Thank you so much for interacting with us tonight, saying the songs you like from your favorite artist, and that should have been singles. Obviously, this episode has like follow up,
Oh
because
yeah.
there's lots to talk about and songs that should have been singles. So it's like an
It's
infinite thing.
endless.
It's endless, yes. But
Yes.
and I think it was a really cool choice. Mimao, anything else you want to add?
Yes, today I want to give a special thank you to our beautiful community, Francesca, Norman, Joaquin, Adrian, Ruan, and I think that's
Yeah,
all.
our family.
Oh,
You are, yes, our family. You are beautiful. I think our community is growing and growing, and it's amazing to have you. It's crazy because we are from different parts in the world, like Chile, United States, Belize, Colombia, Brazil, and Mexico. But we are united, and it's amazing. I feel very glad when I see like this community is growing and growing because this is the purpose of this,
Mm-hmm.
like to connect with people that like what we like, and we are connect in a different ways. Like the three of us, of course, love pop music, and you love pop music, but I also love R&B music and CCM and Lucas pop rock, and Mariel is very into the girls and everything, but we are connected with the same music heart, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the important thing. So thank you, friends, thank you, the community. You are amazing, and this is possible because of you.
yeah, definitely. Luquitas?
Yeah, I want to say thank you first to Mal for choosing this topic because it's something that I really love to talk about. Always imagine songs that should be singles. Like Marielle said, is endless.
Yeah.
Like we can talk forever. And I want to say thank you to our friends watching for all the comments. It's very important to us. As Mal said, is the reason why we are doing this to know more people who loves this type of music and that
Hmm.
never stop searching more and more and more, so we can share always music and discover those underrated artists that we love so much. So it's amazing. Thank you guys for being here, for watching, and I think that's it. Can't wait to be here again with you guys.
Yes, thank you. Thank you to all of you, our family, because we are now a beautiful family. I love talking to all of you. We have this special chat where we talk every day and we share our music favorites and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
becoming great, and I love chatting with you every day, seeing you there. It's it's like very uplifting when,
Yes.
at least in my case, I don't have anyone in here to talk about these things. So for me, it's great to have a
Yeah.
community that understands me and that I can share with a lot of stuff. So thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. You are the best.
Yes,
Um,
please leave your comments in the video, not only here, please. You can imagine how this helped us to
yes,
grow and to
please,
contact more people. So please leave your comments. When you leave your comments, the video is shared with most more people. So
growing. Hmm.
yeah, and in yes, so please community do it.
Yes, and
Thank
share
you.
it
You are
with
the
your
best.
friends also. And don't forget to give us a big thumbs up too. And we will be seeing you next time, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye friends. Love you.
Bye bye.
Bye.